Tasting like a boss, outside edition, weekend edition. If the sun comes up again, which it might, and I'm blinded by it, I apologize. But I want to get one of these reviews in before I go into work. Though it's a Sunday, we had to do some road travel with the family, and now here comes the sun. And as a result of that, you got to go in and get some work done for your clients. Truly be the boss, which is what I will do. But I'm excited about today. I've been looking forward to doing this review for the last week. What we're reviewing today is the Coffee Fox Roasting Company Knockout Cold Brew. They're based out of Savannah, Georgia. Before we get to the review, just a few things about Savannah, Georgia, and how we came to get a hold of this coffee. We love Savannah, Georgia. We go there at least once a year, at least in the last couple of years we have. And I just happened to be going through on my birthday, but I couldn't really do much of anything. So my wife got out and was just essentially buying some birthday gifts for me without me knowing. And one of the places she went to was the A.T., I'm probably going to say it wrong, it's either the A.T. Hun Gallery, it might be the A.T. Hune Gallery. If you want to know more about it, it's actually www.athun.com. And this guy here, Chuck Hamilton, is the owner of it. And he has a bunch of different artists there. It's not a huge gallery or anything, but I thought the stuff they had there is interesting. And this particular shirt, which is obviously just a sort of a recreation of sort of the Andy Warhol icons, but done with the dude from The Big Lebowski, is one of the shirts they sell. Yeah, I would suggest you guys go there. But anyway, while we were there, my wife found a coffee company that roasts their own beans. And as you guys probably know, for a lot of these places where I do reviews on, especially if it's at these little stores, they don't roast their own beans. For example, one I just did in Helen, Georgia, they don't roast their own beans, but he made his own syrups, and it actually made it very interesting. One of the other places that town does roast their own beans. Well, this one here actually does roast their own beans. And this particular one is one I'm sure I'll probably do a coffee three-way on, but I didn't have time for that today. So the Coffee Fox Roasting Company, this particular one is Knockout Cold Brew. And it indicates on the label that it has hints of dark chocolate, toasted almond, and dried cherry. It's not a flavored coffee as far as I can tell. It just brings out the notes in the way they roast it. It is, let me see. If you want to know more about them, it's thecoffeefox.com. There's their little icon there. And so we did cold brew the coffee. We didn't make it any other way today. And of course, I just meant that we took the whole beans, we ground them coarse, and we cold brew them for 24 hours here. So let's give it a taste. And taste like a boss. Let's see. I'm not going to let the description on the outside of the bag control, but I will assess each of the things they're saying here. They say dark chocolate notes, so let's taste for that. I don't think I would call it a dark chocolate note. I think what I'm tasting here is more like a full body at the end of the taste. It starts out kind of bright, not sour. At first I thought it was going to be when you have that sensation, but it's bright. It's like a morning coffee. So I'm tasting that. The chocolate, I think, is on the back end. Toasted almond, well, fortunately for me, I don't taste that. I'm not a huge toasted almond fan. And I don't taste amaretto, which I think usually is what they're referring to get the toasted almond. I don't taste that. Dried cherry. Well, yeah. I think actually that's where the brightness comes from in the beginning part. I think you're really tasting on the front end aspect the dried cherry. So maybe dried cherry with a hint of the fullness of dark chocolate, but it does not taste like a flavored coffee, like a cherry dark chocolate coffee, like something that the Bones Company would make. It doesn't taste like that at all. It tastes like a really good breakfast blend coffee. more in line with almost like a tea, almost like a tea. It's very pleasant. It's very pleasant. It's not something that's going to give you that creamy flavor or that peach flavor like Peaches and Scream has or anything like that. But if you're wanting more just of more solid coffee, yeah, I would definitely suggest it. I'll be interested to see if my review changes in any way when I do the three-way review and taste it both an espresso, drip, and cold brew. This is a good purchase. We also got another bag by this company that we'll do a review on as well, which is not dedicated for cold brew. And when it says knockout cold brew, it doesn't tell me if that means there's a lot more caffeine in here or not, because the back is not descriptive of the particular brew. Only the front has that label that does that. And another thing I do like is it indicates when it was roasted. It was just roasted June 1st, and best buy is August 1st. So you're looking at a 2-month period of time, at least based upon what they do. So anyway, the Coffee Fox Roasting Company. Pretty interesting. When we head back through again, I might actually go in and check the place out. So keep tasting like a boss.